Welcome to Intuitive Wisdom Tarot. I'm Jen, and tonight is the full moon eclipse. So, on a full moon, I typically have my own ritual that I do to help bring in the culmination and to really commune with the moon and release what needs to be released from any old cycles. So that I can manifest my best life. And I have invited you all to this ritual with me for tonight. Tonight, we are going to pull some tarot cards. We are going to be doing a little writing, and then we are going to take all of this out to a fire pit, and we are going to burn it, releasing it into the universe. Now, for you tonight, all you are needing is a notebook or paper and a pen or pencil, whatever you prefer. If you have a journal, you're welcome to use that. We will be ripping out the pages, so make sure that you have something that you can and are okay with ripping it out. You may light a candle. I'm also going to be using an incense tonight. If that is something that is within your practice, you are welcome to have that, or anything else that is significant to you. And then we are going to be using a tarot deck tonight. Now, you can use my deck. I'm going to be doing a read for myself, but I'm also going to open up spirit to pull in any messages that may need to be heard for the collective. That would be you. If you have your own deck, because you're a reader yourself, you may work through that as we go. So, if you need to pause this, go ahead and do so now. Gather your materials, and we're going to get started. Okay, before, I'm just going to take a deep breath and release. Begin by centering myself, connecting to my space. If this is a space that you have, you can do it in your space. This is my studio. If you don't and you are just doing it on your kitchen table or your living room or even in your backyard, what space is significant to you is what is good. So feel into it and feel what's right. All right, I'm going to go ahead by starting with an incense. I'm going to use this to light my candle. Beautiful. All right. I'm allowing it to just cleanse the space. Cleanse my wings. And I'm going to allow it to burn as we are getting started with our night. All right. Tonight we are going to be focusing on what we have outgrown. So I'm going to be using it with I, because again, this is a reading for myself as well as you collective out there. So what have I outgrown? Okay. And I no longer need this because, so we're going to look at the energy surrounding the reason. Again, what version of me is stepping forward? So really tapping into that energy. And then any advice from spirit. We're going to do our read, and then we're going to jump into our journal, and we are going to be working with the 3 prompts of I release, I reclaim, and I welcome. And I'll repeat those when we get started with that too. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what messages are wanting to come through. Thank you, Spirit. All right. On this full moon, what have I outgrown? I no longer need this because what version of me is stepping forward, and what advice do you have for me? All right. So what I have outgrown, the reason why I no longer need it, what version is stepping forward, and your advice. Beautiful. Now on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, we also have two queens. So there's a very feminine energy, divinely feminine, that is being connected. So nourishment, underneath it all, there's just this energy of wanting to connect. So for myself, really wanting to connect and nourish. I'm an earth sign, so I really definitely relate to the Queen of Pentacles, very earthy, very nature-based. I love nature. I love what's coming to my mind is sitting in the backyard listening to the birds in the morning. And thank you, Spirit. I appreciate that. What I'm really getting for myself is that is something now that spring is coming. I live in the northern hemisphere. Now that spring is coming and the mornings are light before I go to work, I sit outside and I listen to that. Now that also really taps into making my heart happy. It's just a pause before I start my day, and it is something that I really feel is needing to continue so that I can live my best, highest self. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so the energy that I have outgrown is the energy of, there's a maturity that I have gained. I think what I'm feeling is really in the space of, one, my career. I'm in a space right now where I work in education, and I have 5 years before I retire, and I am really, really excited about that. And so there is this maturity of me getting started on something. In fact, I actually just shifted my job as and working in education. I'm now a counselor. I'm actually a behavioral interventionist. So I work with a lot of things. Well, this was a path that I have taken, and I jumped forward, and I was excited, and I was very, there was a lot of adventure, and there was a lot of stuff that I had to learn. It was hard. And I'm just really thinking about, so I have outgrown this part of me that was this naive part. I've shifted into, thank you, Spirit. I'm really getting, because I can be very, very hard on myself, the point of me having imposter syndrome. There's no more. Like, I've gained the knowledge I need. I have experienced what I need to experience. And although I'm a mature woman myself, but I changed my trajectory in my career at an older age. And so I still embodied this young, fresh energy. And there's just, with experience and following my passions, I've now outgrown that part of me. It's now time that I step into this energy of me walking that path as this version of myself that knows and has attained the knowledge they need. I've listened to the messages coming through. I have followed the steps in the path. And it's time to step forward, almost in the sense of a Queen of Wands. I've kind of graduated. That's kind of exciting. Thank you, Spirit. Now, I no longer need this because now I'm really tapping into the fact that my rising and my moon signs are both air. And I get lost in my thoughts. And I have been kind of wishy-washy. I know that. I really do. I've been wishy-washy because I felt I needed more information. I felt that it was black or white. I need to do this or that. But I no longer need this because I have tapped into my intuition. That's something that I feel I have really gained a lot of trust in. Like, I trust myself. I trust myself no matter what information is missing, or if there's no information at all. That unknown, okay, that was something that was very, very scary. Thank you, Spirit. Very, very scary for me. So I no longer need to have this battle of me not deciding, being on a crossroads and saying, I'm stuck. I don't know how to move forward. And I no longer need that because I have truly tapped into my own intuition. And Spirit wants me to say that because some of you out there too, practices, I'm getting a lot of practices. So in my mind, Spirit is really showing me like my rituals, the fact that I do this every full moon and that I write every morning. Those are the things that have helped me to continue to grow out of this crossroads. So again, I no longer need this because I have strengthened and I've gained the trust within my intuition to know if I don't have all the information, it's fine because I will get all the information. Thank you. Now, what version of me is stepping forward? And as soon as I said this, I have me aligned with me and my higher self. Me aligned with my purpose, aligned with what is meant for me. There's a whole big healer vibe, and again, Spirit wants me to share that with you. There's a healer vibe. The fact that I have stepped forward and I am reading tarot for all of you, which I deeply, truly, truly love, connecting with those energies. Again, with any of my clients that I read face to face with any of the children I work with the adults I work with, because again, I'm also a counselor. So there's this healing energy that I am just stepping into this aligned version, aligned with my truth, my values, guided by Spirit. There's a huge connection. I'm really getting that connection. Again, very big message. Thank you, Spirit. They just said, that's your big message. Jen, listen to that. It's the alignment of intuition, of trusting yourself, trusting and listening and following through with the messages that are coming through. You are recommitting to what has always been for you. And I've hidden that. And I get that. And I hid that because it was scary for me. It was me denying myself my true nature because I was afraid. But I am stepping forward. This full moon is culminating this part of me And is it allowing me to step forward fully aligned with this new aligned version? Working with spirit, working with me and my higher self, walking the path of love. That's a big message. Now, advice from spirit. So I began with a page, and this was the page of, here's your message, go for it, jump in, get started. And that, I'm now releasing that because I've done that, been there, I've matured, I've moved into this energy of the Queen of Wands, this entrepreneur, this building my own brand, my own business, my own passion. And advice is continue to follow your heart. Continue to grow your imagination, to tap in. And this was just said, a lot of you out there too, tap into your creativity, to your curiosity, your aha. You're like, whoa, fall in love with life again. Fall in love with watching the sunrise and sitting in the backyard listening to the birds. I have these cute little, they're the little parrots. They're wild. They came from wherever, but they are just funny to watch, and they're very noisy, and they will get out there in the morning, and they are all over. I have a lot of trees, and so they love to just sit up there, and the trees right now are really exploding with leaves. That's where we're at. So this curiosity, that is what Spirit is really saying. Tap into that curiosity. Grow, do the things that make you happy, do the things that make you smile, laugh, and have this innocence. There's this innocence that I need to tap into. And you do too. An innocence that you need to tap into. I'm writing a book, so in my mind, they were like, keep writing, keep bringing forth these beautiful stories you have inside. And keep growing, okay? Keep doing the things that make your heart happy. And this is your new adventure. You're starting here. Again, there's this innocence. And you are building into the Queen of Cups, which is so funny because we have her right here, right? So tap into that. Thank you, Spirit. All right. If you have pulled your own cards and you are interpreting your own, and or you are using this one as well, you may take these messages. And what we're going to do is we are going to shift into writing it. Now, this is something I have written, and in fact, on the full moon, I write every morning, some morning pages, and the full moon is that culmination of everything that has happened during that path. So I'm also going to burn those. So if you also are one that has that habit or which rule, you may also burn those as well. But if you are just doing this one page or 2 pages or 3 pages, whatever you are writing, then you may do that now, okay? So we're going to take a look at our cards, and we are going to ask ourselves, I release. So I'm going to start, I release. And I'm going to give you a few minutes to continue to just write. Now, we're not writing a masterpiece. Don't worry about punctuation. Don't worry about your spelling. If you want to use a word that could be something that only your ears need to hear, you're welcome to put it on the paper. But this is the time that you are writing down all you release. You may begin. All right, so that's what we are writing. That's our read. I'm now going to take this and I will see you outside. So get your things or get your sink ready so that you can burn and release. See you in a little bit. Welcome back. I'm now outside. We can see the beautiful full moon right behind me. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our fire. Again, if you just need a sink, please get yourself prepared and be safe. See you in a minute. So this is where you take all of your writings, whether they are writings that you have already written or just that sheet that you wrote for today. You're going to crumple it and or put it over the sink and you're going to light it. Now, as you do, you can call in Spirit to say, I release. You can ask Mother Moon, I release this into the universe. Whatever feels special to you, I'm going to sit quiet and I'm going to allow it to go. Hi, Mouse. Yeah, hi. Are you joining me? Are you joining me? Thank you for tuning in to Intuitive Wisdom Tarot. This was so much fun, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. If there's anything you need some feel-good vibes for, please let me know and I'll send them your way. Please consider subscribing. Drop me a comment. I love connecting with you. Until we meet again, with much love and appreciation, be well.